fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to dekit my Ms Havisham. So I finally finished this one, and I'm going to dekit my drills today. If you haven't seen the finished review of Ms Havisham, I'll stick a link up there in the corner to it. I had a lot of fun doing this kit, but it was a big one. So it was 89 by 70, so quite large, but it needed to be detailed enough for the painting. However, I'm glad I'm done with it. So I am going to be emptying out my Elizabeth Ward tray where I had all of them and dekitting into my spares. However, if you've seen the post-completion review, you will know that some of the drills were kind of trashy. So some of them I'm not going to keep, and I have in fact already just dumped them in my trash. And that is several of the dark colors. So 310, 938, 3371, and 3799. I am not keeping any of those drills because they were just very trashy. Like I said, this is an older kit. I bought this, I think, back in early 2021, maybe. So this is an older kit. This is not their new drills. And there was just, like I said, quite a bit of trash. And when I get to the trash, I'll show you that. And so just for some of these dark colors, I'm not keeping them. And as I go through, there are a couple of colors, even in the light colors, that I'm probably going to not keep either. But I'm going to do those as I get to them. So I've put everything back in kind of DMC order so I can dekit quickly and get going, because there's a lot of these kind of colors where, like you can see, there's not very much left. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab and go and start dekitting. I used, because this is a square kit, I used my We Have a Handle on This tips. And for those of you who haven't seen them, I have a review of their tips. This was back before I really had used them a whole lot, but I still love them. I think they're really good. They sell them as kind of a, you know, any use kit. However, I really like them for my squares because the way that they're printed, I just think they keep your squares lined up really, really nicely, which is not always true of a lot of just regular tips. And I actually don't think they're all that great for rounds because the rounds are bigger and so things just don't just stay lined up. But so I use these tips, and I've got the whole series. So I've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 6, and an 8 placer. I used the 6 placer the most this time, which usually the 4 is my go-to. But this time I decided to use the 6 and I got more comfortable with it. So we'll see if, you know, next time I have a big square kit that I'm working on, if I'm gonna see if I can get comfortable with the 8 placer. But I really do like them. It's a Canadian company, and their website is the same name. We Have a Handle on This, so if you want to check them out. They 3D print them themselves, so they're quite frequently sold out of the tips. And if you're not in Canada, like me, if you're in the US, having them shipped, there is a little bit of a shipping fee to get them shipped to you, but it is worth it. I broke my original 4 placer, and someone was gracious enough to send me a replacement from their supply. So thank you, Susan, for that. But I would have paid to get it done again because they were just worth it. Like I said, anytime that I do squares, they're kind of my go-to tip for that. Okay, let's see. 312. Now this kit only had 1 AB in it, which I've pulled out because it's a white AB, so it will be at the end of these. And I washi taped all of my, you can see here, I put washi tape underneath my stickers because that way the stickers would peel off. And now that I think about it, I might leave the washi tape on there just so if I do another of these kits, because these are Diamond Art Club stickers before, well, I was going to say before they're removable. I don't know if they're removable now. And this way I don't have to worry about them messing up my containers. I can just put the new ones on and then I don't have to worry about it. Now I will say there were several colors of this kit that I wasn't sure I was going to have enough to finish. I ended up not running out of any colors, but it was super close. And let me find the one that this one right here, this 414 number, I have 0 left because it was kind of a trashy color. There were a lot of drills with tabs on them, and because of that I ended up throwing a lot of them away, and I was really afraid by the time I got to the end that I was not going to have enough drills to finish. I ended up having just exactly like down to the drill enough to finish what I needed to without having to go back and kind of dig through trash drills or go hit up my spares to get some out. So that's kind of the reason that I'm not going to be saving every single thing that I come across. And one of the light blue colors in her dress was kind of trashy as well. So I may not be saving that either. Okay, 322. It didn't seem like there were this many colors when I was actually doing the kit because so many of them were the dark colors, the dark browns, the dark grays, the black. I mean, there actually wasn't as much black as I thought there was once I actually started doing the kit. But there was plenty of black. So excited to have this one done now, and I think it turned out really well. So I took a bunch of pictures. It is now downstairs in my portfolio, awaiting me deciding what I'm going to do with it. Okay, 334. This was one of the ones. It wasn't too bad. I think the blue color that wasn't great was near the end of the DMC codes. Come on, get out of there. Okay. I am still, even after months now, loving my revamp of my storage. It's working out really well. Just having kind of the 2 boxes. The squares have a little bit of overflow, but I'm hoping that that will decrease because I do have plans to do some more projects next year that will be using up more of my spares. Okay, let me 352. Ooh, that one didn't feel like it was all the way closed. I hope. Need to be careful with that if I ever accidentally drop it, knock on wood. I want to make sure those are all the way closed. And actually these are coming off pretty well, the stickers. I didn't washi tape these little ones because they're just really, I didn't feel like there was enough room to washi tape them. 413. See, this is a gray. Do I want to save this one? Yeah, I'll go ahead. I don't have very many of these left. This light gray that's coming up though, I don't think I'm going to save it because it had quite a few tabs in it. And it just gets tedious after a while, you know, kind of going through and picking out. See, there's not that many left anyway, so I'm just going to dump them in my trash. It gets tedious kind of trying to pick through them and figure out what goes where and which ones you can use and which ones you can't. 433. See, and there wasn't very many of those left either. Like I said, there were several of these where as I was getting down to kind of the last couple of sections, it was like, oh no, am I going to have to go dig in my spares? Ended up not having to. But, you know, knowing that they send you extras and then knowing how close I got on some of these colors, it was kind of like, gee. Some of these were not great batches of drills, apparently. I was thinking about that the other day. Somebody was asking me if I, I think I made the comment that I don't unbox anything until I'm actually ready to work on it. So, you know, I don't have a whole bunch of canvases hanging up in closets and things like that because mine are all still in the boxes. And someone asked, you know, well, what if you're missing something? And I could be. I very well could be, because I don't inventory or open anything until I'm ready to work on it. And so I was thinking, well, maybe I should be, just so, you know, on the off chance that I am missing something, I would have time for, you know, whatever I'm missing to arrive. If I had to, you know, order it or whatever. So, but I don't know, I just don't. I mean, I guess I feel like most of the ones that I have in my stash are, well, the majority of them are Diamond Art Clubs. And, you know, they have a lifetime guarantee. So if I open them a year from now and I don't have enough or the right drills or whatever, then I can go back and say, hey, I need whatever. I mean, is there a risk associated with that? Sure. But that's true of any company. And I keep my spares. So, you know, I also figure if I don't have something or if I'm short something, that's why I keep my spares, so I can go back and say, oh, well, I've got this, you know, stash of drills that I can dip into if I need to. Not that I need to very often, but that's also something I want to do in 2023 is I want to spend some time working on some projects that are like cross-stitch conversions. So where I, you know, get a blank canvas and then I use my spare drills to do a cross-stitch, you know, chart on a canvas or whatever. I've got several different paintings that I've got charts for that I would like to do something like that. I have, you know, those pattern books that I got from Diamond Dots that I would like to do. Those are two wildly different colors in there, but that's okay. Okay, 754. Guys, it snowed here. My son and I went out for a walk this morning and everything was super cold. Everything was super crunchy under our feet. And by noon, it's all melted and running off, and you never really know it snowed. It's still cold, but now all the snow is melted. So I'm wondering how long it'll be before we get another snow. Who knows? Okay, let me start putting some of these back in here with my washi tape on them as I'm pulling out ones that I need to dekit. And I think these go here. I think I only have one row of these and the other ones are going to be extra. So, all right, 783. So now that I'm done with Ms Havisham, I can move on to other projects, like my DP for Pets or gosh, you guys, I keep doing that. DP for Vets project. You know, I thought I was being so smart naming them something similar, and then every time I got those out of order. $7.75. Someday I'll learn numbers. Woo, those are not even close to being the same color. So I think I'm just gonna dump those. Normally I would keep them, but that's one of those light colors that wasn't that spectacular, so I'm just going to let that one go. $7.79. Anyway, now I can start really concentrating on DP for Vets, because I have 4 or 5 projects that I would like to do for that one. I already have a couple of them done. I got a American flag bookmark finished. I got a journal with some kind of patriotic stuff on it done. And I am now working on my eagle from Diamond Dots. So, and then once I finish that, because hopefully since it's a partial and it's not very big, then I can move on to my poppies, which I thought my poppies were a 30 by 40, but I got them out the other day to look at it, and they're actually like a 30 by 36, I think is what it says. So that one is not nearly as big as I was anticipating either. So hopefully that one will also go quickly. And 823. See, there's not very many of that one left, and I have a ton of 823, so I think I'm just going to dump those. 898. That may be another one that I have a bunch of. Oh no, I've got room. Okay. And yesterday was the 15th, so the entry or the exit form for DP for Vets is now open, which I will put a link in the description box below for you guys who may already be finished with your projects. I know there's a couple of you that have finished some things, so if you would like to go through to that and, you know, fill it out and put your pictures and all that stuff, fill it all out and get it entered into the exit form. Don't forget to fill everything out. And don't forget to take a picture, because I want to do, like I did with my last event, I want to do another kind of video montage so I can share everybody's finishes. Some people have picked some really cute kits to do, and so I'm excited to see what everyone is doing. And you know, it's only halfway through the month. There's still plenty of time left, so if you haven't entered and haven't already started, 939, I have a completely full bag, so I'm just going to dump those. If you haven't started on a kit and you would like to, there's still plenty of time. You have until midnight on the 30th of November to finish your entry. It only needs to be a 30 by 30 new start and follow the theme. Or if you know somebody who's looking for an event and they'd like to do something, then point them that direction so that they can start working on things. I'm going to get these all out of order, trying to pull them out here. Okay. And this one that I did not have very much left of is one of the light blue ones that gave me fits. Trying to pick out drills that were not trashy, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. All right, 948. So yeah, excited to move on from Ms Havisham now that I finally got it finished, even if it is late. I was trying to finish it before Drills and Chills finished up October 31st. I didn't quite make it, but that's okay. As you can see, I've got one stuck there in the lid. So let me try and get this out, just so I can get that drill unstuck out of there. These are actually coming off nicer than I thought the stickers are, so maybe I don't need to worry about that next time I do one of these kits. $9.54. These greens were a lot of fun. These were the greens that got used around the Raven. A lot of different colors in that bag to make it look like it was glowing. That was fun to do. I actually saved that part of the kit for last because I knew that was going to be one of my favorite parts of it. Okay, $9.91. Getting close to the end of my box here. I'm going to have to switch out for my other box of drills, of spares, because I have so many square spares that I can't fit them all in one box, which is another one of the reasons that I want to do some of those projects where I'm kind of using up the spares, because I want to use up the spares. Okay, let me get all these out here. 3325, and then I think that's going to be the last one in this box. Oops, there's one sitting there. And then I need to switch out for the other box of spares. 3325. Okay, so I need to switch out my other box. I need to put away some of these extra containers where they go, because they're not going to fit back in my tray. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, 3350. I think this is the color that was her lips. So not very many of those at all. 3746. And not only am I anxious to use some of these so that 3771, I can use up some of my spares, I want to finish up the projects that come before that. Now that Ms Havisham is done, I'm going to be concentrating on my Big 10, and that means that I'm going to be concentrating on the Eagle, because that's one of them from Diamond Dots. I'm going to be concentrating on my Koala from Craftably, because that's one of them. And then I'm going to be concentrating on my Distracted by Diamonds, my first and only Distracted by Diamonds kit. I would imagine I'll probably buy another one somewhere down the line. Maybe if she has some really good, like, Black Friday sales or something. I don't know how that works now that they have a brick and mortar store, but we'll see. Them and DIY Moon Shop I would definitely buy from again. Diamond Painting Shop. Yeah, I've got a couple that I would definitely buy from again. There's a whole bunch of different drills stuck in the corner of that one. They weren't even all the right color. How weird. Okay, 3778. Anyway, my Distracted by Diamonds, and then of course my Heaven and Earth design. But the Heaven and Earth design that I'm currently working on is one that I bought all of the drills for. I didn't use my spares on that particular one. I have a second one kitted up and ready to go using my spares. However, I haven't started on that one yet, because the other one is plenty big, and I was trying to finish it for my Big 10 before I moved on anywhere else. Now this is that really kind of pale blue that gave me fits, one of them, so I'm just going to dump that one. I'm not going to keep that one. Get the stickers to peel off here. The washi tape came with on that one, but that's okay. They're actually peeling off, like I said, much better than I had anticipated. So I thought I was going to have a lot of residue left over to scrub, but it doesn't look that way. So that's good. Okay, and then these big ones can go back in here. All right, 3, 8, 5, 7. Getting to the end here. Yeah, I can't believe we're halfway through November already. That one is stuck in there. It just seems like, I don't know, since June, time has just flown by. So I think that's why I feel like I'm behind on everything, because it just feels like we should only be about halfway through the year. And I still have tons of projects that I want to finish, so. These ones that are sticky, I don't save those. Sorry for sticking my arm in front of the camera there. I'm trying to get rid of all of these, because when they're sticky like that, it generally means that I put them in the wrong place on the canvas, and then I peeled them back off. So then they have some residue on the bottom and they're stuck together. And I don't need to save those, so. All right, this one, and then one more color, no, 2 more colors. And then I will show you guys my trash. And I kind of got out of the habit of saving all of my trash to show you guys. There's a couple of kits, like the koala and some others, that I just really didn't save the trash like I normally do to show you guys. But this one I did. And you'll understand why when I show it to you. Okay, so there's the last 2 regular colors. Peel my stickers off and get these back in the tray. Oops, there's one hanging around in there. Okay, so now you can see, let me move all my extra ones out of the way. You can see my Elizabeth Ward tray is empty. So this can go back into storage, because I have, for my anniversary, my husband got me the little cube that holds these trays from the craft organizer place. If I can find a picture of it, I'll stick it over there. It's just like a little cabinet. It holds 6 of these Elizabeth Ward trays. They just kind of slide in. So whether they're kitted up or not, I can put them in there, and they're kind of all out of the way. I only had 4 trays and it holds 6. So I told my husband, now that's my excuse for me to get a couple more of them, because I need to fill up the cabinet, right? Okay, so 5,200. I need, oh, my ABs are somewhere else, so I will have to go hunt up the bag, because the bag of ABs is probably within another kit, because it's not here in my box. So I will kit these down when I go find that. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you guys is the trash. So here's all the trash, you guys. Now, this is my unicorn tray, and it is so full. I mean, you guys, I just, let me pour it into this other tray so you guys can kind of see how much trash we're talking about here. I mean, and there was all kinds of different trash. For a lot of the kind of the lighter colors, it was a lot of tabs. And then on the dark colors, for the most part, it was more like misshapen drills. It wasn't always tabs, although there were some of those. And see, there's my pretty unicorn tray. It's been holding my trash, that's why you guys haven't seen it. So just kind of poking through here. I mean, I had everything from, there's like little pieces of drills to, you know, ones stuck together to ones that had holes in them. I don't know if you can see that one right there, that blue one, there's 2 holes on the, or the brown one, there's 2 holes on the top. Misshapen pieces, you know, ones that were concave on the back. So like this brown one right there, this brown one right here. So when you put them on the canvas, they wouldn't stick at all. Yeah, just holes, lots of holes in them. So I think maybe, and there's a blue one with some holes right there. I think maybe I just got a bad batch of drills. But for Diamond Art Club, this was way more trash than I was expecting, even for a kit as dark as Ms Havisham. So, you know, again, for me, one of the reasons that I'm glad I keep my spares, because had I run out of anything, if I needed to, I could have come back in here. Yes, I could have ordered them from Diamond Art Club and they would have replaced them. I've had to do that before. But when I'm on a time crunch, like I was with this one, I just want to get it done, and having to wait a couple of weeks to get drills sent to me or whatever just wasn't something I wanted to do. I ended up having enough. Like I said, I didn't run out of anything, but whew, after looking at all this, I was really afraid it was going to be close. So yeah, let me just pour these into my trash container here. I filled up my other trash container, so my husband very thoughtfully emptied out another container of nuts. That's what I'm using to fill it. It's a jar that used to hold a bunch of peanuts. He's a peanut freak, so I'm going to be using that to keep my trash drills in. Anyway, there. So I'm all done. I will go find my bag of 5200 ABs. I will put away the rest of my spare containers where they go. I'll put my tray in my storage cabinet, and now I'm ready to move on to the next project. Stay tuned for that, guys. I do have some finishes that I hope will be coming up soon, as well as all of the stuff that I'm working on for DP4 Vets. In the description box down below, you can find links to both my Facebook group and my Facebook page if you want to follow me both of those places. And you can find me over on Instagram at diamondpaintinganonymous. Would love to see you all of those places. I post my progress. Would love to see pictures of your progress for events and just anything that you're working on. You know, I'm always interested to see what people like and how their projects turn out. So yeah, don't be shy, share. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.